Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Today's video is about forfeiture with the partial reissue of shares. As you all know, forfeiture means cancellation of membership of shareholders for non-payment of his dues. Partial reissue means only portion of forfeited share is reissued to the public and balance number of shares is not reissued. This is the problem we are going to do. Now let me tell you how to do this problem. In this problem, the company is issuing 50,000 shares of face value is 10 rupees at a premium of rupees 2 per share. These shares were payable as rupees 2 on application, rupees 5 on allotment including of premium and rupees 5 on first and final call. All the shares were applied and allotted. All money were received with the exception of first and final call on 1000 shares which were forfeited. 600 of these were reissued as fully paid at rupees 8 per share. Give the necessary journal entries and prepare the balance sheet of the company. Now let us do the problem. First journal being receipt of share application money, bank account data to share application account. Now we are going to assign value for it. Value is 50,000 shares into 2 rupees each. So we are going to write 1 lakh on both the entry. Narration being share application money received on 50,000 shares at rupees 2 each. Next immediate entry is transfer entry. Share application account data to share capital account. The amount received as share application money going to be transferred to share capital account. Amount being 1 lakhs rupees. Amount to be entering is 1 lakh. Narration being share application money is transferred to share capital account. Next journal being share allotment due entry. Share allotment account data to share capital account to share premium account. Now we are going to assign values for due entry. So for 50,000 shares, we are going to receive 5 rupees as a share allotment money, including of share premium too. So from that 5 rupees, 3 rupees is going to be assigned to share capital account and 2 rupees for each share is going to be assigned to share premium account. Share allotment value to be written is 2,50,000. Share capital amount is 1,50,000 and share premium is 1 lakhs. Narration being share allotment money due on 50,000 shares. Now we are proceeding with receipt entry of share allotment money. So journal entry being bank account data to share allotment account. Now we are going to assign values for receipt entry. 50,000 shares into 5 rupees each. So there is no due, there is no call scenario, so we are getting it fully. So 2,50,000. So for here also we are writing 2,50,000. Narration being share allotment money on 50,000 shares. Now due entry on share first and final call. Journal entry being share first and final call account data to share capital account. So now we are going to assign values for due entry. 50,000 shares into 5 rupees each. So first and final call amount due on 50,000 shares is 2,50,000 rupees. 2,50,000 rupees. Narration being share first and final call money is due on 50,000 shares. In receipt entry of a share first and final call account, there is calls in arrear is there for 1000 shares. So, we are going to have that in mind while drafting a journal. Journal being bank account data, calls in arrears account data to share first and final call. So, value is going to be assigned for receipt entry of share allotment is for 1000 shares we didn't receive the final call money. So, total issue shares is 50,000. So, 49,000 shares we have received 5 rupees each. So, for calls in arrears 1000 shares I didn't receive the money. So, 5 rupees. So, in the share first and final call I am just writing 50,000 into 5. So, this is the values going to be assigned. Actually, we have received from the shareholders 2,45,000 rupees. But we are not yet received till this calls in arrear is 5,000 rupees. And the total amount to be written there is 2,50,000 rupees. Narration being share first and final call money received on 49,000 shares only. Now, we have calls in arrear in first and final call money for 1000 shares. After due reminders, the company have forfeited those 1000 shares. Now, we are going to journalize forfeiture entry. Share capital account data to forfeited shares account to unpaid call account. Now, we are going to assign values for forfeiture entry. 1000 shares has been forfeited, face value is 10, and for 1000 shares already paid amount of each shareholder is rupees 5 and unpaid call money is for 1000 shares 5 rupees each. This is the amount to be assigned because in this forfeited shares already paid by the shareholders going to be quoted. So, this particular 1000 shareholders have paid application money 2 rupees and allotment money 3 rupees. So, totally 5 rupees has been paid already. The call money which has been not paid is rupees 5. So, we are going to assign 10,000 for share capital and for 5,000 for forfeited shares and for unpaid call is 5,000. Narration being 1000 shares forfeited due to non-payment of first and final call money. Next journal being for partial reissue of forfeited shares. In this problem, because of the non-payment of the final call 5 rupees 1000 shares has been forfeited. From that 1000 forfeited shares, only the portion of the shares is going to be reissued. That is, in this problem it is given 600 shares has been reissued to the public. For that partial reissue, we are going to journalize it. What will be the journal? Bank account data, forfeited shares account data to equity share capital. Now, we are going to assign values for partial reissue. So, 600 shares only reissued to public at the rate of 8 per share. So, in the bank account, we are writing 600 into 8. And for the forfeited shares, same 600 shares has sustaining 2 rupees loss for reissue on that behalf. Next is for share capital, again we are writing 600 into Okay, now we are going to assign values for it. So, for bank account, because of issuing 600 shares at rupees 8, 4,800 is credited to our bank account. Because of this reissue, the company is sustaining with a loss of 1,200 because it is a discounted value, it is issued, right. So, now the amount to be shown on the share capital is rupees 6,000. Narration being only 600 forfeited shares being reissued to the public at rupees 8 per share. At this juncture, we are in a position to calculate whether we are getting profit or loss on reissue of forfeited shares. There is a working note for us in this problem, because in the previous model we have saw that 1000 shares forfeited means 1000 shares wholly reissued, that is 1000 shares has been reissued. So, directly we will be calculating profit on reissue. But in this problem, forfeited shares is 1000 shares, but it reissued is only 600. So, on basis of that we are going to draft a working note how to calculate that. Just we proceed with that. There is a small working note in this problem. Just we see what is it. For this sum, this is the working note we are going to calculate. Before calculating profit or loss on reissue, first we are going to calculate. If for 1000 forfeited shares, amount credited by shareholder is rupees 5,000. How did you find this 5,000 from 1000 shares? So, for this we are going to previous journal, share forfeited share entry. So, here this is the amount which we have taken, and we also know that this is the amount already paid by the shareholders. So, all the forfeited shareholders have paid up to 5,000 for their shareholdings. So, 5,000 is already paid. Okay. So, if for 1000 forfeited shares amount paid by shareholder is rupees 5,000 means, if for 600 reissued shares, how much is the amount that are we going to calculate. By the way, we also going to calculate for rest of the 400 shares, how much is the value. That is what we are going to calculate. In this problem, see, for 1000 shares amount credited is 5,000 means, for 600 shares we are going to calculate. That is the calculation at the down. 600 into 5,000 divided by 1,000, we are getting rupees 3,000. The reissued 600 forfeited shares value is being rupees 3,000. Likewise, this 400 shares is not yet sold to the public. It is in the hands of the company itself, not yet sold. So, for 400 shares, what is the value of that 400 shares? So, again same calculation, same method. For 1000 shares, rupees 5,000 has been credited. For 400 shares, how much is the value? 400 into 5,000 divided by 1000. So, as a result, we are getting 2,000 as the value. Now, next we are going to calculate whether we have earned profit or loss on reissue. See, in order to calculate profit or loss from reissue of shares, now we are in this slide, we are going to see reissue share number is 600. So, if 600 shares amount paid by the shareholder is rupees 3,000, that is what we are going to take it right now. Okay. So, here we are taking that 3,000 amount which has been credited for 600 shares. from the value 3000, which is the worth or actually paid by the shareholder is 3000, from this value we are going to deduct the loss sustained by the company because of reissue of shares. That is what in the partial reissue journal entry. See, forfeited shares, 600 shares is reissued. Because of that, the company is getting a loss of 1200. So, that amount should be deducted right here. So, from 3000 we are going to deduct 1200. So, now as a result we are getting 1800 as profit. I hope you understood this place. Again I am saying this is the amount for 600 forfeited shares which is going to be reissued. The shareholders already paid for that 600 shares is 3000 rupees, and this 1200 is the loss on reissue of that 600 shares. So, 3000 minus 1200, the company is getting 1800 rupees as a profit on reissue. So, for that we are going to draft a journal. Journal is nothing but forfeited shares account data to capital reserve account 1800. So, this is the balance sheet of the Star Limited. Share capital 49,600 shares of 10 each, so 4,96,000. This is the forfeited shares. Within the bracket I have written 400 shares. This 400 shares is not sold to the outsiders. It is still in the hands of the company, not itself. The 400 shares worth is being 2000. Capital reserve is 1800. Share premium 1 lakh, and this cash at bank is totally 5,99,800. So, balance sheet is tallied. The sum is over.